are going to cut up some vegetables, and today we're going to do broccoli. So we're going to make a stir fry with broccoli, cauliflower, and some onions, but you can use whatever vegetables you have to make a stir fry. And we're going to stir fry our chickpea tofu, but we won't be using any oil. We'll be using some vegetable broth that I made. We have our broccoli here. We're going to chop it up. And so what I do with the vegetable broth is take some of the leftovers from the vegetables that I could cut up, like onion, garlic, bell peppers, you know, those little tops of the bell peppers and things that we often throw away. Well, instead of throwing it away, you can actually keep it. And if you keep those, what you can do is put it in a freezer bag, and when you're ready, take it out and boil it. Boil it, I would say, for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. And then you have your vegetable broth, and it's free. You don't have to go to the store and buy a $5 thing of vegetable broth. You can make your own. These are already washed. I've already washed them. Cut the cauliflower up. By the way, while we're doing all this, we know our chickpea tofu is firming on up. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's grab some onions. Some onions I already had. You see, like this bottom piece, we would probably throw away. You can actually keep and freeze it along with your other vegetables. Then you can have your vegetable broth. I love onions. They're so good for you. I'm going to put some of the vegetable broth in here. We're going to saute some of the onions. Let that get a little hot for a second. So we'll go ahead and put our onions in. I like my pieces of onions, you know, fairly big. I love onions, but if you want to cut them a little bit smaller, you can as well. Do what you like. And go ahead and pour some of these vegetables in. Doesn't that look pretty? Pretty, pretty. Okay. Big pieces there. I'm gonna chop up a little bit more. There you go. Now you can get on in there. Get in there. All right. We're gonna let that cook some. And for our seasoning, I make my own special seasoning with sea salt, paprika, garlic, and a little bit of onion. And that's what I'm going to pour in here. All natural. I make my own, so I know what's in my seasoning, because a lot of these seasonings, they put MSG, that's not good for our body, or they put sugar, and there's different words that they use to describe or to title what sugar is, so you may not know. They're hidden ingredients. So it's better if you can just to make your own. All right, we'll continue to let this cook. We're just gonna saute it to make it a little soft. You know, broccoli is easier to digest on your system if it's cooked a little. right? Put our top on there. Okay, so waiting on that, we'll grab some pieces of the chickpea. And what we're going to use instead of soy sauce is we're going to use coconut aminos. It has less sodium than soy sauce, and it's made out of simple ingredients that we know. Okay. So once this gets cooking well, we'll add a little bit of soy sauce to our chickpea, but we're going to marinate the chickpea tofu so it can have a little flavor to it. We want a little flavor. We'll take a few pieces. I'll put it in a bowl here. Now, what I like to do is use the air fryer because that prevents from using oil. But if you don't have an air fryer, you can always use the oven. Okay, I think that's enough pieces. And what we're going to do is get some of this aminos. We're going to pour in a little. Just a little bit. I'm going to shake it around. We're going to let this sit for a minute. I'll let that sit. Let's check on our vegetables. How are you doing? Are you all doing good? You're going to be delicious and nutritious for my body, for yours too. Looks pretty good here. All right. So let's go ahead and put this in the air fryer. And you may want to add just a little bit of some sea salt, whatever else, other flavors you would like to add, you can add that to it. And so we're going to add this to our air fryer. Right here, I'm going to put mine on 380. And I'm going to do it for 12 minutes to see how that works. All right. Yeah. It's smelling good. I wish you guys could smell it in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, it's almost done. We don't want to like cook them down so much where we take all the nutrition out of it. We want to keep the good stuff. So I'll let that cook down just a little bit, maybe for about 3 minutes. And then I want to add my tofu and my quinoa, and that will be our first ready-made meal. Let's go ahead and check on our tofu. Chickpea. Wow. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right. So the next thing we want to do, we're going to add in our quinoa. Let's do that. Quinoa already made. And quinoa is very easy to make. You make it like you would rice. So we're going to add the quinoa there. Doesn't that look scrumptious? I say so. then we're going to add our delicious yet nutritious tofu. Chickpea food. Chickpea food. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Doesn't even want to come out. Wow, look at that. Okay. All right. There you have it. So this is a stir fry with the chickpea food.